everybody. So we're here at the 6 Realm Haus in Victoria, Texas. We're super stoked to be here. This is a place that not a lot of people know about, and from being in here for a little while, we know that we're going to be in for a good one tonight. So this house was constructed in the 1860s and built by a notable family in the Victoria area. Here in a minute, we're going to show you a video that we took with the owner, Crystal, where we asked her a bunch of questions about her experiences in the house and a little synopsis of the history of this house. But I just want to touch on some things that we noticed while we were here. So this house is a very standard looking Victorian era house. 2 floors, grand foyer, cool staircase. But upstairs, things get a little different. Right above me, around the corner, is an oddities museum, which is what this house was built for. The owners bought the house. They wanted to own a property such as this, and they turned it into an oddities museum where people come from all around Texas to come see. In that oddities museum are things such as the Richard Ramirez letters, BTK killer, human remains, shrunken heads, satanic and demonological grimoires. We had an experience upstairs in what is known as Sue's room. And Sue's room is, how should I say, we believe it's an entity that mimics the shape of a little girl named Sue. Now the owner did tell us that there is a little girl here, but this character in specific goes by the name of the Fat Man. And the Fat Man has showed himself to multiple people in this house, as well as the owner herself. She said that he wears a top hat, he's very tall, he's very aggressive, and has a gut, almost like one of those propaganda cartoons from the 1940s of those bankers. We also touched on that there's a demonic presence potentially in this house. Here in a minute, after the interview, we'll show you an EMF sweep that we took through the house, and it might shock you. So we're super excited to be here. We can't wait to get going, and we'll see you when the video starts.
Appreciate you talking to us. There's definitely a lot of energies in this house. Would you mind just giving us like a real brief synopsis over everything we went over today?
Yeah. So the house was built in the 1800s, 1868. It was part of the original town site in Victoria. And, the spirits here that we believe haunt the house are the people who built the house, which were A.T. Singley and his wife, Appeline Singley. We also have a few spirits who like to play tricks. They like to move things around. They like to mess with the volume on stuff. We do have some that can make you sick, make you dizzy.
Which I felt that earlier.
Yeah,
I felt it earlier.
A lot of heaviness on the chest. We do have some oddities as well that we think some of those spirits or a piece of their spirit are attached to it. Some of the Richard Ramirez letters, some of the items that we have from the Conjuring House, Lorraine Warren's funeral card, those kind of things. I think those hold a lot of different energies that mix with the spirits that are here in the house.
And Crystal, can you tell us a little bit about this room over here and then the story about Sue and what you think is possibly going on here?
Yeah, so Sue's room, Sue is an entity who told us that she was a 10-year-old girl who was poisoned by her father, and he poisoned her mother and poisoned her brother. I do believe that there is a little girl in the house. I believe there's 2 little girls in the house actually with a woman, but I think that Sue is not a little girl. I think Sue is who we call the Fat Man. He is not a very nice spirit. He does not like women. He likes to push people around. And I I really think that's who Sue is.
So Sue's pretending to be a girl, but you think it's something much darker.
Yes.
And you've actually seen it with your own eyes?
I have, yes. Yes, I have seen him. He wears a tall top hat. He shows himself very tall, and he wears a tailcoat, and he's got a big belly, and he likes to laugh. He likes to put his finger in your face, and he always likes to show that this is his house.
So he's territorial a little bit.
Very.
And then another thing that stuck out to me like a sore thumb was some of the dolls that you were talking about and how you think they're a vessel to not so nice things.
Yes.
Can you explain just a little bit about that again?
Yeah, so we've got one of our haunted dolls. We do believe that there is a demonic entity attached to her that likes to kind of move in and out of some of the dolls that are not necessarily haunted. Because we start to get activity with those dolls and then it kind of goes back to the original doll. We've got an angel in the house that actually set off a surge downstairs where everything, our REM pods, our K2 meters, all went off and pegged out at the same time. So we think that doll is very haunted and likes to interact with people.
Appreciate it, Crystal. And then, you and your husband, you're kind of collecting all these items. Kind of what got you started? What kind of got you into that? What was like the first thing where you're like, you know what, we're just going to start collecting all these things? Because you're like, it's like a paranormal research facility almost in here. And you can feel it when you walk in. I just want to know, like, personally, you and your husband, this journey that you went through, like, what was like the starting factor where they're just like, yep, we're going to do this?
I don't know, that's all my husband. He, all the serial killer stuff. And
it's very interesting.
It is, and it's not to glorify any of the things that they did, but to just really show how someone can put energy into something and leave that mark and create energy inside of an inanimate object that you can actually feel or experience with it. And I think for paranormal research is huge. It really shows that that these things really do happen, that an item can be haunted, not in the way sometimes Hollywood portrays that, but
right.
Really shows that an object can be haunted because it's full of energy. And I think we've been collecting things for so long, I couldn't even tell you kind of where it all began, but the house was definitely meant to be ours.
It does feel like a home, but I would say each room kind of has its own vibes depending on what's going on in there. And our objective tonight is to give it some evidence, kind of come in. We have an idea of a few things that are going on, but we'd love to present to you what we find.
Awesome. That sounds good. I'm excited for you guys.
I'm excited too, honestly. This place is it's pretty heavy.
Yes, it is.
Want me to go first?
I'll go first. Yeah, I expect with the amount of lamps and stuff in here,
Right.
that there's gonna be some sort of high spikes, but so let's see what she was talking about here.
Yes, Crystal was explaining how there's a random spike on the corner of the bed for some reason.
Yeah, but this is much more accurate than a K2, Alright, 1.21, 2.79, 1.46.
What's the deal with this corner of the bed? Can you make that tri-field meter jump? What was that?
I'm gonna go with a car.
Okay.
Logically, but it did sound like a growl.
It was like,
I was like, "Arr." But what was weird is that it was in conjunction
With my question.
With your question.
Are
Are you over here?
That was behind us.
I heard it from right here.
See, okay, so it's disembodied and we're hearing it from different directions then.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty normal. Let's go to this room. Let me get a reading on that doll. She wasn't kidding about that tight-chested feeling.
No, there's a lot going on here.
I am interested in you. Can you make this meter jump? You're the supposed demonic attachment. I know you may not be here right now, but can you return to your vessel? Oh,
3.
Whoa.
3.
Yeah.
A perfect 3?
Yeah, that's weird. I got chills.
Are you mocking the Trinity by giving us a 3? Are you mocking the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost?
Two 2.28, 4.73, 6.45.
6, 7?
7. Whoa.
No way, dude.
You know what was interesting is when you said it is high.
Dude.
What's
Oh, I'm
interesting,
getting tingles,
I have pins
dude.
and needles in my hand like bad, dude.
I have tingles.
So 3.88. So do you remember when I was touching the doll's hand
Yep.
earlier? Kathy taught me a trick to tune in on is when you touch dolls, they give you like a warm, pleasant feeling that there's a good energy, and if they give you pins and needles, it's bad.
You're getting pins and needles?
Yeah, in my hand. Could it be from lack of blood flow with my arm being like this? Potentially, but I just think it's interesting, right?
I'm going to give you a little bit more.
I was going to say you can turn on that light panel. All right, interesting. So we know that that has energetic potential. What about this angel? She's talking about the angel, right? Dude, that was wild because I said, can you return to your vessel? And in my head, I'm not doing this for show. In my head, I said, why am I asking a demon can? I said, I demand you to return to your vessel. That's what I said in my head before the meter spiked.
I mean, if you want to take that route, if there is a demonic force in here, he's going to think you're the magician trying to command him. So.
Light panel.
Could be.
Do you want to stand at the doorway in this room?
No, I'll come back in. It's not going to bully me like that.
With the scrying 2, not substantial. The 7 was substantial. That was. Scrying mirror has any energy attached to it?
What you're hearing is a motion activated Zoltan. You find it a twisted carnival or something.
Okay. Pretty basic. Here.
All right, and now we're going to enter this this haunted collection. I would almost call it a museum at this point. We have real human bones in here, haunted dolls, murderabilia.
Do not fret. Your wish will be granted. Another prophecy, courtesy of the great Zoltan.
Particular. $3.19. She was talking about this. 2.57. Definitely fluctuations on these guys here. This was.
Yeah, we're not pointing at them now.
You awaken the all-seeing Zoltan.
I feel like you might get annoying later on. it's a real human skeleton we're seeing in front of us. I'm not sure how they came across that.
But remember, not all fortunes are made of money.
I'm very interested in this.
Enjoy what is to come. The great Sultan slumbers.
Is the murderabilia on the wall?
So this in front of me is the one of one. He wrote a bunch of letters, but this is Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. These are original, his handwriting. I just said his name and it jumped up to a 2.91.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, original handwritten letters. And then up here is the Bind, Torture, Kill, BTK, Killer. Some other serial killers. These are all original, authentic memorabilia.
These things aren't cheap or easy to come by.
No.
Did you hear that?
Definitely some interesting things.
Thought I heard somebody whisper at us. That'll be a review for later.
Come back around to the living room. Watch your head.
You're tall on that. This Ouija board has to have something going on.
Not if they closed the portal, you know? If it was open, yeah, probably.
Put some devices on it later, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
So talk about what happened with the doll upstairs.
Yeah,
That's
so-
pretty interesting.
As y'all saw when I was running the K2, I was sitting in front of that doll that is supposedly, allegedly has a demonic attachment to it. And I said out loud, as you saw, I said, can you return to your vessel? And the EMF spiked to a perfect 3, which is kind of ironically symbolic to a mockery of the Holy Trinity. Is that subjective association? Potentially, but just definitely something to rack your brain about. That, and then in my head I said, why am I asking a demon, can it come back? I said, I command you to come back at the kind of same time, and it spiked up, and then it continued to spike 5, 6, 7. So there's definitely some weird stuff going on in this house, and I think it's a lot darker than we think we're getting into. So, all right, we're getting ready for tonight. We're gonna eat some pizza, and then we'll be back in a little bit. We'll see you. All right, so we're gonna start off tonight in the main body of the house. So we got a REM pod set up here. I'm gonna rock the GS2 laser grid. Got some lighting in here. We like it to be dark, but we want to get some good footage for y'all. I'm not shooting night vision all the time, so we got our light panels out. Got the Paranormal Puck 2 there on the Ouija board and a cat ball. So we're gonna get going on this investigation. Firing up the GS2. Let's get it going.
All right, so Crystal used to do a lot of. So she.
That's the temperature sensor on the
Really.
REM pod. You mentioned Crystal.
So Crystal's the owner of the house, and she did detail to us that she uses the Ouija board quite frequently. It's a part of her practice. She's not afraid to use them. Us personally, we don't really like using them, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to tap in and see if there's any residual energy off this Ouija board. We actually have a new tool, like Dylan said. We're gonna use the Paranormal Puck. I'm gonna film first person right here of the responses I'm gonna put, and we place the Paranormal Puck by digital dowsing on the Ouija board, and we're going to ask questions. So Crystal uses this Ouija board quite often. I have the Paranormal Puck here, as seen on a lot of popular paranormal teams. We're going to start asking some questions. I'm going to ask, who is here? So when Crystal makes contact, is it the REM pod?
Yep.
Are you touching that pod? Is that what you want to play with instead?
The antenna's all the way down too. I don't even extend it.
Hey, so if you're over there by the REM pod, this device that I have on the Ouija board right here, I'm going to ask questions. Feel free to use the data bank inside of this device and answer me. Let's see, who is here? This is a new device for me. I don't want to use the Paranormal puck.
Sometimes you gotta give it a second.
Are there any spirits with us on this first floor of the house? Please come through on one of these devices, please. I know Crystal uses the Ouija board quite often, so I'd imagine you commune here frequently. All right, no responses on the Paranormal puck yet.
Ripping up the dominoes. Did you all hear that?
Who is here? Soft.
The joke that everybody. Did you all hear that growl? This is their stomach from the dominoes they ate.
I got who is here. It says soft.
Soft?
What did it say? Who is soft? Hey, what's the deal with soft then? That's the REM pod? Who is soft? Boot? Soft boot. Are you walking softly around? In some boots?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you got some like apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, or what? That's a corny joke, sorry.
Do you have boots?
You have boots? You're wearing boots?
Some duck boots?
You are wearing boots.
I'm just going to say who's here again because something keeps activating the REM pod. So let's see. Aunt. Who is here? Aunt.
Aunt? Like
Aunt, yeah.
Aunt?
Auntie. Aunt who? I can hear that clock all of a sudden.
Are you one of the family members that lived in this house originally?
I'm saying who is aunt? Traffic.
There was traffic going by. Does that annoy you? Are you not used to that from your time? A lot of traffic outside?
Don't know what to ask now. Kind of threw me for a loop. What do you think I should ask?
Ask if there's something negative presences in here. Think that was the air conditioning popping? Yeah, it is popping.
I'm gonna ask, is there something evil here? Gently.
Soft, gently, boots. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. It's a new device for us.
I mean, I like digital dowsing stuff.
think I can screen record this instead. Be easier. I'm just gonna ask again, is there evil here?
Yeah, put your camera on this book.
See, sorry, it's me. Trying to see if I can actually move this. Oh, there we go.
Let me
I get some from this corner now, you guys. We're gonna set it off.
let me see if it's even working. Yeah, it's working.
Oh, okay, good.
But you're in the grid somewhere.
Okay, am I
It's
too
picking
close?
you up.
Yeah. Maybe I should not stay here.
Yeah, probably over there.
No, man.
But that is working.
Good.
But ask again, is there evil in this house? Comment.
Commonly that evil things are here.
Just
Ask if they come from the museum. If they come through the museum.
where does the evil come from? Nothing yet. Cough. I was coughing earlier, dude.
You were.
I was in a really bad coughing fit when we were sitting up in Sue's room with Crystal. And it's the only time during an investigation that I was actually forced out of a room because I felt like something was strangling me. So, and I started coughing like pretty violently, which we did not get on film. Cough. What would be a good follow-up?
Do you make people cough?
Ship.
Sounds like gibberish to me.
Did you come here with a ship from Germany?
That's an interesting association.
Your wife's really smart. She comes up with things.
Ask, yeah, see. Did you come to America on a ship?
Vector.
So I'm saying it seems kind of...
Gibberishy.
Yeah, the subjective association makes sense, Good question, but I don't know if it's... What's that guy driving?
What is the evil here?
Didn't she say something about the fat man, like not allowing them to talk about what happened here? She did say that, right?
I believe so. French again. What is the evil here? French. The French are evil, y'all. Apparently that's what this house thinks.
We knew that.
Oh, shots fired from the Italian about the... Any French people out there?
I'm just going to say, is there a demon here?
I mean, that's a valid question.
Nothing yet.
No, dude, it's back. It can't be.
Did it
Is that
follow
the
us
chirping
from?
spirit?
Did it follow us from Yorktown, bro?
What's going on?
Oh no!
Did it follow us from Yorktown? Because I've been hearing this thing like no matter where I go, dude. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Can you stop touching that?
It just chirped again.
Have we heard chirping in here this whole night?
No.
No, this is the
No,
first
it
time.
sounds like it's coming out from out there.
When we were outside, though, you joked and you said, "Is it the chirping again?"
Is there a
Before
demon
we got
here?
in.
It says hernia. Hernia.
Hernia?
Yeah.
Follow-up question. Do you know something about me? What, do I have a hernia? No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna ask, who is the chirp?
Yeah, who is the chirp?
Maybe that's not. What is chirping?
The chirper, dude. Can't believe it.
It's disembodied. That's the weird thing.
You can roll those in like 10-minute clips.
Yeah, not more. No, but yeah, I'm only stopping every once in a while.
It's got to be a bird.
It's something local to Texas, South Texas.
Or an insect.
Insect,
because,
yeah.
You know, it can be inside of the house.
It's just kind of really freaky that we were so perplexed about this chirper.
Yeah, but it's in the same area as Yorktown as well, you know.
We've been getting some activity on the REM pod though.
I asked who was hernia. It says memories.
Memories.
What memories does this house have?
Okay, interesting thought. Did you die of a strangulated hernia? A strangulated hernia is when the abdominal gets tangled in the artery and it ruptures and you die. Back then, that would be like a death sentence because you're not going to get, even modern times, if you get to the hospital, you need to get there in like an hour or two, you're
I'm
done.
gonna ask who made me sick upstairs.
Mm.
So I was violently ill. I walked outside and then I was fine. You don't want to say, huh? White. Maybe sick upstairs. White.
I don't know.
Lesser.
I don't want to reach for straws here, but I know exactly what you were thinking when you heard the word lesser.
That, yeah, of course.
The lesser key.
Well, we were talking about the lesser key with Crystal outside, right?
We were. Also, I said I don't want to grasp for straws, but kind of really feels like a little bit. Ask about it. Do you mean the lesser key?
Do you mean the lesser key of Solomon? Nothing yet. Seeds.
It is much more pleasant down here, though, yeah?
You go upstairs and it's
It's a little sussy-wussy upstairs.
I don't want to go upstairs alone, I'll tell you that much.
You know what? And that's saying a lot for us when we don't want to go. So, I mean, going anywhere by yourself
Well,
is always creepy, but when we were like kind of like, nah, I'm not doing it type thing, usually there's just a little bit of hesitation. We're like, okay, I'll go. But I'm with you on that one, dude. I don't want to be up there by myself.
You saw how sick I got, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going up there alone.
Yeah, so basically, they gotta have big hands to do this. So basically what he's talking about is we were upstairs during the tour and he got like, how would you explain it?
So there was like a pressure in my neck for like the longest time and it was building up and it felt like I had to cough like uncontrollably. And then I started to cough uncontrollably and then yeah, I had to leave. Whatever it was pushed me out of the room. Yeah, you know I'm talking about you, right? Whoever that is.
Can you make it stop? I'm gonna do my due diligence. I'm gonna reset this real quick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know there's a camera here, I know.
Ooh la la.
I was like, why is that clicking? It's me. I heard do 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 do. Oh boy.
All right, so not much activity downstairs, but that's to be expected. The Museum of Oddities and all those weird collections is actually upstairs. And it's also Sue's bedroom upstairs, who Sue, we think, is some kind of psycho manifestation of some negativity. Definitely, I felt it earlier, so we're just going to go straight upstairs to the source of the problem and see if we can figure out what's going on up there. That candle's on. I want to note that this candle on the staircase has been like on and off like all night. Yep, you talk like every time I like look at it or think about it, it turns off. So might be a faulty candle, right?
Wonderful assistant.
Mm. Definitely some cobweb feels.
Did it smell like this when we were up here?
No, there's this weird perfume and it's very, very strong.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the bathroom?
Oh, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like this room.
No, I don't either.
Oh no. Okay.
So I got the Oculus 5, I got cat balls.
REM pod. I want to touch on this guy right here. He is awful looking.
Isn't that, what's his name?
Freddy Krueger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to set up multiple things that this thing can play with, see if it's real or not.
Whoa, I'm dizzy up here all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't like
my
this
heart rate's
room.
really high.
I don't like
It's all good.
Just remember, confidence.
No, I know. I don't want to be scared. I'm not gonna let them scare me. But it does feel somewhat different than the other ones. So.
It's very, very strong energetic
Yeah, I
energy.
have a little bit of a like faster heart
rate. That is
Yeah.
a very.
I'm really dizzy.
That is a very.
Okay. I'll stay.
How should you say? Potent sign of a negative energy. Yeah.
Oh, 1000%.
Okay, but I'm putting myself comfortable here, and I'm here to stay. So.
Now you got the go-to position, back protected against the wall. Everything's good.
Yeah, it is.
You want to shoot on mine instead?
Ooh, okay, I'm in it.
Alright, fat man. We're calling you out. We know there's a negative presence in this house. I'm demanding that you come forth and show us a sign. You don't get to make people feel that way. So give us a sign then. Candlelight on the staircase turned on. Is that it? You can play with the it just turned off. Y'all can't see it. My neck is burning. My neck is like on fire, dude. So, you pretend to be a little girl, I hear. We're not buying it. Little girl ghosts don't make you feel violently ill and make you run out of the house. That's not something little girl ghosts do. So if you're a negative entity, if you're infernal, if you're a demon, I command that you make your presence be known.
Yeah, I'm like swaying back and forth right now.
I'm leaning against this because I'm like, yeah, it's tough. Make this REM pod go off. Say something. Scream, growl.
Bang on something, come up the stairs. You can touch me. We set the boundary if you're not allowed any permissions to enter our body through the breath, anything like that. But if you feel so agitated, scratch me, touch me. You do not have permission to touch my wife or interact with her whatsoever.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
My eyes are like crossing.
Really?
Energetically, it's tough because
Yeah,
we're
it's
calling
tough.
we're calling this thing
Oh,
out.
geez.
I need this.
You okay?
Yeah.
Like force crossing, or you just find your vision like blurring?
I don't know. Something weird with my eyes. Like I couldn't look straight for a second there.
Are you back to normal?
Are you evil?
Yeah, I am.
Let let us know if this gets to be too much for you. You need to step out, okay?
Yes. I will.
That smell. It's pleasant. It's pleasant smell.
That smelly smell. That
Smells smelly.
Smelly.
Well, you made me feel real sick earlier. If that's the only parlor trick you got, I'm not impressed.
Can you knock on something like this? Here, I'll do your favorite. Or maybe you like the dark. Is that what it is? Too much light going on for you? Let's give it a try.
All right, so the lights are out now. Crystal told me that she saw what you look like. Show up then. Show me what you look like. I'm asking for it.
Don't play coy. We've been around the block long enough to know that you aren't what you say that you are. What are you feeling us out? Trying to see what we're about? Trying to find an edge to scare us?
You can scare me right now. Show up in front of me. Show up as an illusion. I'm asking for you to manifest then. I'm gonna go for a shot in the museum, see what happens. Show up in my picture, fat man. Oh, that made Zoltan go off.
Oh, right. The Sultan.
So that thing's motion activated, and our lights have just been turning it on and off all night.
What was that?
It's gotta be.
It's probably the.
No. Does the Zoltan move?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
He's got like
I
a
think
motor. He's got like a motor on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard the clunk that you.
All right. Well, who's this pleasant smell I'm smelling then, or is that just the poopery from this restroom right here?
Pretty. Is that your stomach?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do we need to back off a little bit for you to show yourself? You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, a cat ball in front of the scrying mirror. Let's go.
Can you do that again?
Is the scrying mirror a portal then? Is that where you need to enter in from? Crystal said that she made that thing herself, so it must be personal to her and it must have some kind of significance to this place. Whatever portal you need to come through, whatever permission you need to enter this space, go ahead and do it. We're giving you full permission to show yourself.
You can actually cut that, turn off the IR flashlight. Just push that back button.
What?
On the flashlight
On the flashlight?
itself.
Turn on it?
It'll be-
Turn it on?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Much better.
It smells so good. Who am I smelling?
told you don't really like women. What's that about?
We have a woman right here. Man, that smells so strong. And it's like I smelled it in the hallway, and now I'm totally in the room, right? That was me. Man, it smells strong.
This IR light right here is in my face. Just getting orbs, like not like refractions.
Yeah, me too.
We can just switch. You can just come this way.
We'll
switch.
It's gonna be. Oh, yeah.
Right. We'll just switch positions.
What does it take then for you to show up? Do we need to lie on this bed? Can you come through the portal, that scrying mirror? I don't feel like sick or anything like I did before.
I feel much better in here though.
Exactly. I was gonna say the exact same thing.
Did we scare you off, Fat Man?
Maybe it's kind of like a Toby situation where
You need to back off from his space. This is figuring out where we need to be. You know?
You set up that REM pod out there?
I asked if I can get a sign. One of the candles went off in the staircase. I think you can do more than that.
What do you need from us to talk to us?
Maybe the obelisk can give us some clues, eh?
Yeah. What's up?
It's getting out of focus.
Is it catching my IR light?
No. It was perfectly in focus, and now it's not anymore.
Put your palm in front of the screen and hold it there for a second.
These words popped up the moment I turned it on. Surge, pendant, sun.
Radio? Maybe it wants to talk to the spirit box.
Yeah, they did say soul.
Did that?
Shoulder.
Yeah. Did that thing say something now?
Yeah, it speaks very quietly.
Okay. I was like, oh shit. Okay, I just heard something. Oh, sorry.
Something 110% just pulled the back of my shirt.
Really?
It says shoulder.
It was right in between my shoulder blades.
Really?
Hurt. Oh, you're about to get scratched, bro.
So
Hurt, grind.
So I have chills all over my body.
Are you messing with Dylan right now? Not?
The fudge was that, dude?
What?
No one just heard that?
No.
No.
It's infecting you then. I'll take a picture of you.
You did hear that? Yeah.
What did you hear?
Okay,
Free.
I heard that.
Are you free now? Are you among us? Have you come through your portal? Is that what you needed?
What?
I just heard like a little voice.
Ah, so you're pretending to be a little kid after all.
Oh.
Mostly.
Oh god. Okay.
My heart rate is going out of control. Hold on.
Ooh.
91 on a beta blocker. Yeah, I'm on a beta blocker now. So
Jupiter? That's a Greek god, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are you talking about Jupiter for? got angry. Jupiter got angry, dude.
Or Roman. Oh.
Jupiter got angry? Well, who's Jupiter? Is that a lesser god that commands this house or is a part of this house?
Okay. I'm a little freaking out. Okay, what is
Breathe,
it?
breathe. You feeling it?
Yeah, I felt like something is like right next to me here. I don't know how to explain. Like.
Here, shift positions with me.
Let me take a picture of her.
No, it's okay. I don't want to back off. I'm not scared. So I'm gonna stay here.
I'm very confused right now. But what I did feel was
Oh, the smell is so strong. Oh, I'm sorry.
Constant sharp.
Here, so what I wanted to explain before I heard that, dude, what I heard was like a, oh.
Really?
Maybe it was telepathic.
Oh, I didn't hear a dang thing.
But
Oh.
alright, let's compose.
Hey, thanks for giving us some kind of a burst of energy.
But it was very deliberate, like something very deliberately pulled on the back of the shirt and then released. So you know how you were talking about, shirts shift and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
It was a direct outwards pull.
Really?
Like it plucked you?
Pluck, yeah, that's a good way to put it, yeah.
Is this the fat man? Are we experiencing you?
It sounded like him.
The thing is, this smell though.
It's pleasant.
Yeah, it is. Can it be him? It feels like it's all around me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird because it like comes and goes and then it's gone.
That was very intense. I felt that hard. I was very anxious for a second.
Yeah, me too. And I don't get very agitated.
Well, so what else you got, fat man?
That was cool. People are gonna think I'm nuts. Like I just got touched. And you're like, let me take a picture of you. I'm like, it's the way you got to deal with it. You just got to be good about it. Not freak out.
When I first came in here, energetically, it like made me feel very ill. But now maybe it always kind of happens that way. Because when we went to Yorktown, my heart rate was at like 120 for like an hour.
Well, I got touched, right?
Yeah.
Could you push the top left of my watch for me?
Top left?
Yeah, top left. My left side. There we go. So it's at 102, but it started.
That's a lot.
It started spiking rapidly. Like it was probably at like 60, 65 because of the medicine, and then it jumped up to 91 like instantly.
Is that what you do, fat man? You come in waves and then you back off? We're kind of used to that from a little place in Mineral Wells. Another unsultry character.
To say the least.
So we're not foreign to your type. Are you a demon?
You know what I think he's doing? They are doing? Think of it like probing. Like how far do we need to push these guys? Like let me touch the back of his shirt. Let me get close to her. You know what I mean?
It's like because they already did it to me when we were in here.
Like fishing, you know what I mean? Like they're kind of like testing the waters kind of thing. Very clearly intelligent though. That wasn't residual anything. That was intelligent.
Were you summoned here? And if so, who summoned you? Yeah, that thing can be really hard to hold.
It's all good.
I don't think Crystal's the type to summon. So who the heck summoned you here?
That dang dominoes.
Did you hear that, bro?
After my
Yeah.
my
There was a voice from the staircase.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't?
No.
There's this wave of weirdness that keeps coming and going.
It's true. Now I feel much better than, a minute ago.
So what probably happened to you is somebody cuddled up nice and close to you. Maybe
Like here on the left, I felt like there was someone
maybe someone, the one that plucked my shirt, came this way
right next to me.
from the mirror. Remember the cat ball went off? Maybe something came through the mirror.
You can check on these Polaroids here in a minute too. Ovilus is quiet. I think the energy wave is a little done for the moment.
Yeah, that was intense actually for a second.
That's
I'm
dope.
not gonna lie. It was
Oh,
cool.
I like this
Yeah.
place.
I felt a little bit agitated.
Welcome to the club, babe.
Well, at least you weren't as sick as I was when I first got in here.
Mm.
That was
Yeah.
scary for me.
Alright, so we came up into the Oddities Museum. So a little bit off camera, we were down the hall sitting where the doll room is, and we got some really weird vibes. And someone just told us to come and check out this Oddities Museum with all this crazy collection of stuff that they have. So start poking at some questions and see what we can get. The GS2 on the ground, got the Ovilus, got the REM pod.
You got lots of devices that you can interact with.
Alright, I'm gonna reset this just for the record that this is already mapping something, but I'm just gonna put maybe it's the picture frame. Okay.
I'll go ahead and set this into alphabet mode as well. Let's see what we get.
So is the
Mind money. Huh.
Mind money?
Mind money.
Mine money. So as we're in the museum here, the collection of oddities, I have a feeling that's the GS2 baselining.
Is it detecting something?
Maybe I should set the sensitivity a bit lower. I have a feeling.
It is still detecting something. There's
Is it?
something in the right corner near the staircase.
Oh, what?
That's true.
Come closer to that sensor. Can you walk towards it? I decreased the sensitivity.
Huh.
Who's out there? What's this?
It says puddle. Purified. Salarian? Salaran?
Slytherin.
I'm not sure.
If you're down in the hallway peeking your head out, is that what's it picking it up? Can you walk into the room with us?
Salaran. What the hell is Salaran?
It's weird,
Never
it's
heard
only-
that word before.
It's only picking up a little bit.
Are you turning on the candles on the staircase like you've been doing all night? What about any of these objects in here? Can you say something for us? I think his name, this doll's name was Charlie, wasn't it?
Yeah. Babe, can you film that?
Charlie, are you stuck in there? Do you want to say something on my device?
Never mind.
Yeah.
You're trapped away in there. What about these human bones? What about this human skull? This is a real human skull, by the way, we were told. Does anyone want to come through? Whose skull is this? Did you have a name? Are you okay with being trapped in a house in the middle of Texas somewhere? Or would you rather be buried?
You know what's weird is the GS2, it's like,
Still mapping stuff?
no, it's not, which is the weird part.
Now it is. Now we did it again.
It's like something.
Always in the same.
Oh, I just seen a shadow go across the wall.
You did.
Dead serious.
You did really.
Yeah, it was low to the ground, and it was like something. It was reflecting from where the fire exit sign is.
Oh yeah.
Well, who's moving about?
Oh, look.
Kind of wanted to investigate the museum, but seems like you're out there.
I think that's going to be the deal with it this whole night. It's going to stay.
Yeah, not where we are.
Yeah. Come walk in here. We invite you into this space of the museum.
Let me try an experiment. I'm going to go ahead and grab the REM pod since it likes to play games and not be where we're at.
Well, this is a good way to show people how this thing works.
Yeah, so I'm going to enter the infrared laser grid. You can see I'm mapping on it because I'm very close. All right, whoever's playing games out here, come play with this. Come play with our REM pod. Come touch it.
So you see how low the sensitivity is?
Right, maybe you should project it out a little bit more.
Turn it up a little bit.
It's out there.
Reset it, maybe? Okay. Reset it, let it do its thing. Even if it's detecting something false, like those top 3 lines, at least if something new comes into it, like below that, we'll know it's not the device.
Right.
You know what I'd be really impressed with is if you can get that Zoltan to turn off without the battery in it. If you could turn it on. Are you that powerful? Can you turn Zoltan on?
I'm stabilizing.
Okay, so 4 dots, just for continuity purposes for y'all. Is it's fault mapping something in the field, which is probably a real object like the mirror over there, but 4 top dots, steady.
One of them blinked.
Yeah, so just remember that. If you are out there on the stairs, can you walk towards us? Can you go towards that red light near the staircase? Can you walk around, make a sound? Let us know you're out there.
It blinked.
Below it?
There were 4 dots, and then there were 3, and then 4 came back on. Did it again.
I think it's mapping the mirror or that picture frame.
Uh-huh.
We want to see what you look like. I want to hear your voice, see what you look like. Why are you so standoffish? Are you attached to any of these objects in the glass case? Does the spirit of one of these serial killers linger here? Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, the infamous.
12 need high. It's an interesting set of words. Malicious.
Are you malicious? Are you referring to Richard?
Every. Crazy how you put it. I put it up to this note that he wrote, and this thing starts just popping off.
Let's read the note.
Talking, where, deal, geek, ashes, take, jack, mitten. Is it picking up the words that are on this, or what?
Let me read it.
once alignment.
Hi, here's a few questions. Ever gone water skiing? Do you have friends who are down to
Earth or wild?
Earth or what? You can read it better than
Which of these is best for you? Alcohol is not needed, or feel best after a couple of drinks. In bands, do your favorite singer play instruments? You prefer lyrics that are sweet and soft or wild and fast? Here's a sense. From a brudge of wood and snow, the mother... Diction. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying diction right now. Huh. Looked at the footprints of her feet down from him. They were small by the long stone wall across the field. They crossed from the snow. Those footmarks, one by one. She is a child, always wild over the path. She walks along and happily sings a song. Right soon. Love, Richard. Huh. That was hard to read.
Yeah, the other one is worse, I feel. The one that the house owner, she was telling the story of how that letter was a little, strong for her. Yeah, I really don't like that one.
The Ovilus just was going insane
Yeah.
next to this.
My warmest regards to you and your family. Say hi to Hugh and Lee for me. I got the girl pic pages and map of your area. Thanks. Send more pic pages and pictures of yourself and Helen Lee. Seen my good movies? You're right sought love at first sight and lust at first sight. Ha. I agree with you. The pyramids in Egypt are awesome. So you had a good year at Zotem's Old? Cool. What inside it's special? I too like outdoors and the mountains. My days are boring and routine. Listen to radio, and take naps. I do wear glasses, but only sometimes. I used to like the Beatles song Anna. So you got a new something that's excellent. Take some sexy pictures for me. Showering legs and feet, smiley face. What do you think of this stationery? This all for now. I'll write a longer letter soon. Love, Richard.
Oh, so women are writing him in jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's actually a common theme. It's pretty common that women become infatuated for some reason with serial killers.
That's right.
And they actually write them, and they become quite the popular pen pals. And,
That's a thing?
yeah, it's
Absolutely.
yeah. 100%. It's a really weird phenomenon that these women are attracted to these serial killers, and they're pen pals, and they'll send graphic photos of themselves to these people, and they fall in love with them through writing and stuff. So that blue piece of paper with the stationery is definitely probably a female that was writing him.
It's true. There's still people that create groups to lust after Rita Ramirez, because they think he was attractive. Like that was a thing, huh? Like on Tumblr, there are groups of that. And
You're familiar. I don't. What did he do again?
So yeah, he was called the Night Stalker because he would get inside. I think it was mainly old women. It wasn't even girls. It was old women, because they were easy to
Prey upon.
To prey upon. Yep. And he would rape them. He would mostly rape them. I don't think he killed most of them. He was mainly a rapist.
And then he was also notoriously associated with the Cecil Hotel, right? They think that Richard Ramirez...
I'm not sure about that.
Well, they know Richard Ramirez stayed at the Cecil Hotel. He had a room that was
really?
covered in blood, and they think he committed a murder at the Cecil.
Okay.
And I think San Francisco?
Yeah, I think in California.
California.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? We're actually going to end this video right here, but we do have one more piece of evidence to present to you. I had the fortunate opportunity to spend the night in the doll room, which, as you recall, has a demonically attached doll that we verified through EMF. Spent the whole night in there, took all the dolls off the bed because I do not like dolls. I placed them face down so they couldn't be looking at me while I was sleeping. Regardless of my efforts, around 4 or 5 in the morning, I woke up with an incredibly searing pain, like a 3rd-degree burn or like a sunburn or something was going on. It hurt so bad that it woke me up. I rushed to the restroom to see what was going on. I took a photo, and there was little claw marks or something like all over my shoulder and chest, and it hurt. And I actually rushed over to Alice and Dylan, who were in the room adjacent to me, and I woke them up, and I told them to record just kind of what was going on, just to validate my experience and share it, make sure I wasn't going crazy too. All in all, hope y'all enjoyed the evidence that we presented to you at the 6th Realm House. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our content. It really helps us out. Hey, and leave us a comment. Say hello. We'll see y'all next time.